We are a prison ministry newsletter and actually a church, and we try to provide a safe place to all those in Cass County, Missouri that really just need hope.
The Saved by Grace newsletter that goes out to over 70,000 people is a newsletter written by inmates for inmates that encourages, enlightens, challenges, sheds light, hope to those that are incarcerated.
In September of 1999, Kevin was just asked to help an elderly pastor be the driver to get him to the Cass County Jail. And before you know it, Kevin is actually preaching in the Cass County Jail, and he found that these inmates just needed some busy work. So we would make up poems and puzzles, and he would take them with him once a week and share with the inmates. And before we knew it, it evolved into the need for a newsletter.
Some 18 years later, here we are in a church facility, 16 acres, having a church, prison ministry, outreach to the community, and it has since expanded to over 500 facilities and 70,000 newsletters on a quarterly basis. What a blessing.
The fun thing is we don't write the newsletter. The inmates write the newsletter. So we provide a form in our publication. They fill out the information, send it back, and each publication is based on their testimonies, articles, devotions, and poems.
All the inmates that get the chance to receive our newsletter, at the bottom there's little prayer request cards. They write out their prayer request, and there's usually a question on the back like, how does God's love influence your life? How do you deal with loneliness? We take those and I type them up, and then that is what makes up a bulk of our newsletters. Also with the prayer requests, I write out individually to each inmate and respond to their prayers. The biggest thing we want them to know is that they're not forgotten and that they're not alone, and God is always there with them.
To our calculation, it takes over 150 man-hours to produce the newsletter, and the big night is when all the volunteers come from church and help us. And so we have shipping labels, and that works as a packing slip, and all the volunteers gather in the building, box up the newsletters according to the quantity, ship them up, we load it onto a trailer, and then they go out either UPS or post office.
It's like a family coming together, and there's teamwork and communication, and from kids to adults, everybody pitches in.
This newsletter I found in prison a week before release, and that's why I'm here. It's a beautiful place, good family.
Well, we quickly realized into the newsletter ministry that a lot of our readers would soon be released, and they had no home church where they felt loved or welcomed. So we felt the need to start a church, and we wanted to focus on the inmate community, those battling addiction and those just needing help with recovery.
This place makes me feel important. This place makes me feel forgiven, loved. Here, people want to build you up. They want to see you succeed, and they help you to be better, and it's just enlightening.
Getting this newsletter means everything. When you have nothing, when you literally have nothing, and you look forward to this. I mean, the people's testimonies, the pastor and his wife, the stuff that they write in it, I mean, it's just a whole different feeling of hope.
Even though we might not be able to fully reach everybody, if we can get just that one person to see how much their life is worth and how much potential they have, you know, it's worth it.
We just know that we are only touching 2% of the prison population. With over 2 million prisoners in America, we really would like to reach more.
Even in the last few months, the amount of letters we've gotten from new inmates, I'm constantly seeing new names and places pop up. We've had feedback from the inmates about their significant others, their kids and stuff, how it's affected them, and their family members can see the change. Even though they can't physically be with each other, through the correspondence, they can see the change in them, which is even better.
It's really our goal to reach almost all the prisons, all the inmates that need our hope, and we have the opportunity to do that. There's chaplains that are willing to distribute. There's inmates that are willing to tell their chaplain about our publication, so the ability is there. We just need assistance with the funding to reach more.
And so in this community and the outreach that we provide, they know that they are a part of something that's bigger than themselves and that they have purpose in their life.